Hi everyone, welcome back. Now what if I told you this is actually buttercream, but just with an added ingredient? It allows you to treat it a little bit like fondant, as you can see here. So that topper on the cupcake just in the background to the left is actually made from what is called rolled buttercream, and I have used it with an embossing mat and also one of my moulds. I'm going to guide you through everything step by step. We're going to jump straight into this one today. I'm shocked that I did not discover this sooner because it's so wonderful to work with. So if you are not keen on fondant, this is an amazing alternative. As you can see, you would just colour it like you would normal buttercream, and it's very simple to work with. Let's get straight into there, guys, and I really do hope I help you again today. I want to very quickly show you how I worked with it before we go through the recipe and method. So I'm using the Patchwork Quilt Silicone Mould by Katie Sue. I had a coating of icing sugar. Now just to note, embossing mats are harder to work with rolled buttercream compared to moulds. And I think this is because the icing sugar is going to be absorbed by the rolled buttercream, but we have to roll it over part of the mat. So we're incidentally also allowing it to absorb more of the icing sugar. But when you just add it directly to a mould, this does not happen. You will need a lot of icing sugar. It does get quite sticky, and obviously when it's at room temperature, if you treat it like you would buttercream, it's just going to continue to get softer. So once we have placed this on top of the mat, gone over it with a rolling pin, I then do add it to the fridge for about 15 minutes just to allow it to firm up slightly. But to prevent it from crusting, simply place some cling film directly over the top. So this has come straight out of the fridge. I'm placing it directly on a surface that I have added some icing sugar to. It does tear slightly. Remember what I said about being slightly more difficult to use. I then simply cut away one panel, but look at the detail on that. Can you believe it's actually buttercream? I'm able to handle this. I do place that back in the fridge, and again I cover it with some cling film just to prevent the air getting to it, as I don't want it to crust. I then repeat this process with some rolled buttercream that I have not coloured. I then need a base to support the decoration that's going on the actual cupcake. So just look how beautifully this rolled buttercream actually rolls out using a rolling pin. I roll this out just so it's not too thick, but it's enough for me to make a cake topper with the decorations that I am making. And then I cover it again, this time with a freezer bag, or you can use some cling film. It's just to prevent it from crusting over. All I did then was place each element on the piece of rolled buttercream, just place them into place like I'm doing here, alternating the colours before cutting out a nice round shape. And there I have my cupcake topper. So in order to make this, I have wanted to work out a ratio. So I'm using equal amounts of butter to liquid glucose. Now I'm using my favourite butter that I use for all my buttercream, so I'm using Lurpak. So when I say an equal amount, if you were to use 100 gram of Lurpak, which I do in this content, you will also use 100 gram of liquid glucose. For the sugar, however, you then want to use 3.5 times the amount of whatever you have used for the butter. So if you've used 100 gram of butter, which I do in this content, times that by 3.5, it means you want to use 350 gram of icing sugar. Now there will be some extra icing sugar added as we need it all together to get the right consistency, but that ratio will allow you to now multiply this recipe so you can make the amount that you require. So I have 100 gram of butter chopped up and weighed out. I am going to be using 100 gram of liquid glucose, but at the moment this is in warm water, so it is easier to use, and 350 gram of icing sugar. Beat your butter on high until it is light and creamy, just like you would for buttercream. Using a flavouring of your choice, you will need 1 level teaspoon for each batch that you make. I then add the liquid glucose that has been weighed out and warmed up directly to the butter alongside the vanilla extract. Beat on high. All you need to do now is add your icing sugar and beat on high, and you will be surprised at how quickly and easily all of this comes together. I just mix it in first just to prevent all of that icing sugar going all over the place, but look at how fast it all happens. Now yes, that was speeded up slightly, but look at what we have just made. So simple, and look at that texture. All I did then, in order to get the consistency just right, was keep on adding amounts of icing sugar to a work surface and kneading it in. Now remember, liquid glucose is more runny when it's warm, and we have warmed it up. So the cooler this gets, the more pliable it becomes, which is why when you do place the different accents and things in the fridge in your mould, it sets beautifully and allows you to very easily release the buttercream. In order to store this, just simply wrap it in some cling film to protect it from the air and just store in a fridge just like you would normal buttercream until it's time to use it again. When it's time to use it, I would then take it out of the fridge and just allow it to reach room temperature. So there we have it, super easy, super effective. It's rolled buttercream. This one's nice and firm because I've kept it in the fridge, and I just place it directly on top of my piped cupcake. Happy baking everyone. I really do hope I've helped you again today, and I'll be back soon with an awful lot more new, completely free content.